Starting. All right, we are on air. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is yours truly, Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy. I am here this evening with an all-star slash superstar, like all professional, all world team here from the eLister Pro community. Now, you may be saying to yourself, Jock, you know what? You're always excited. You're always talking about something. eLister Pro, eBay, Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen me. You've heard my story. You know a little bit about me. I'm going to tell you a little bit more. But let me just tell you, these ladies and gentlemen this evening that are going to share their stories with you, share their experiences with you, are nothing short of amazing and phenomenal. Some of them, even though I'm one of the men behind the scenes, doing things, trying to make things happen, some of them, I'm not going to lie, I had to ask them twice, maybe 3 times, were their results actually their results, or were they just trying to pull my leg? Because, I'm not a bad-looking guy here in this shirt and tie, but, I don't really, no, I'm just joking with you. But anyway, so a little bit about myself. Again, Jacques T. Morris, been doing eBay, drop shipping, e-commerce. And one of the things that I was personally having an issue with was the time that I was spending trying to do listings on eBay. And so me and my partner were just like brainstorming one evening, and we were like, man, there has to be a better way for us to put up thousands of listings if indeed we wanted to do that, make money, and then take that money and spend it on whatever we wanted to spend it on. So he came up with an idea. I had a vision. We put the two together. And voila, here's what you have 3.5, 4 months later, eLister Pro, and an awesome, like I said, awesome community of individuals. So before I actually start speaking to those individuals, let me make a few disclaimers. Number one, we're not affiliated with eBay. We're not affiliated with Amazon. We're not affiliated with any other company. Also, your results may vary. We never told anyone, and we're not even going to tell you, that you will get more views, more watchers, and more sales. The only 2 things that we said, ladies and gentlemen, was that you would list quicker and that your listings would look more professional. Did we accomplish that with eLister Pro? You better believe that we did that and more. But like I said, I'm going to reserve the results for those individuals tonight that you're going to listen to on the panel. So I want to start with all of them, but obviously I only can start with one at a time. So we're going to bring out a new eLister Pro community individual that some of you may or may not know. She made sure to let me know today, though, that her name was pronounced Anna, not Ann or not Anna, but Anna. So Anna, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Anna? Go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us, a little bit about your experience as far as drop shipping on eBay before eLister Pro and now that you've actually found eLister Pro. So if you'll go ahead and share that experience with us, we're all ears.
Well, thank you for having me here for one thing. And I was introduced to eLister Pro probably a little over a month ago. And doing my listings, I'm on the slower side of doing my listings anyway, and so it would take me between 30 minutes to an hour to do one listing. Now, if you're trying
to an hour, ooh, that's a long time. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. And so, I hear about all these people saying, "Oh, I did 30 listings, I did 50 listings," and I'd be like, "Oh, I barely made 10, in a whole day, and so when I got introduced to eLister Pro, I was like, this is for me. And I used it, and it's idiot-proof. I love that part because I'm kind of like you, Jacques. You touch it, it breaks. So it was really nice to implement it and use it, and it was very user-friendly. And it got the results that I was looking for and had been wanting for a while. I just didn't want to pay the extra fees on eBay, to get it. So, yeah, I absolutely love it. And the copy protection is what I really love about it. That is really neat that they can't, copy and paste your descriptions and use it to find your supplier.
Excellent. So you said that you were previously at 30 minutes to an hour, which is, that's a lot of time to complete one listing. So you've been using eLister Pro for about a month now. What would you say your average time frame on an eBay listing is now?
Well, it kind of depends on what I'm listing. Some things need a little bit more attention, but now it's cut it down to 10 to 15 minutes per listing, which is a big improvement for me. Some people can get them out in 2, 3 minutes or less even. I tend to like to take a little bit more time with my listings, but it's still a heck of a lot faster and I get more up overall. So
Okay,
I'm really happy.
excellent. And have you noticed anything with your views, watchers, and sales? Again, we can't say that eLister Pro will do that, but have you noticed anything?
To be totally honest with you, at first things went a little slow for me. I didn't quite see too many views and stuff, and it was really weird because once I continued to keep using eLister Pro. It's almost like it builds up momentum the more you list with it, and all of a sudden it was just like boom, and now I've got all these watchers, a lot more traffic coming to my listings, and I really think it builds up momentum overall for all your listings that you have on eBay. So I really enjoy that. It's really astounded me. And I've already sold one item. I've sold it twice now because I converted it to the eLister Pro, and I've already sold it twice in a week and a half. So I'm like, yay!
Excellent, excellent. So again, Anna, we definitely want to thank you for coming out, sharing your experience. You have it there, ladies and gentlemen. She said on average 30 minutes to an hour. Now she's down in the neighborhood of 15 minutes. Again, eLister Pro will save you time if you take the time to learn about eLister Pro and try it out for yourself. And for those that don't know, you can actually contact any of the members on our panel and ask them questions about eLister Pro. Or if somebody actually refers you to this hangout, you can get back with that person. But just to let you know, now through February the 28th, eLister Pro is on a 7-day trial for $1. Like literally, spend $1, come in, take it for a test drive. Is it for you? I don't know. But if you don't try it, how will you ever know? So anyway, let's move on to the next panelist. Let's see, man, so many faces out here to choose from. Let's go here to Miss Trisha. Miss Trisha. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So tell us a little bit about yourself as far as how long you've been drop shipping on eBay and what were some of the challenges that you were facing and what it is that you're doing now and how you're feeling about your eBay business.
Okay. Well, I've been with the e-commerce for it's going to be a year, like this coming March, and I know like my sales been slow, and then like month of January it's been slow, and then like I kept hearing about this eLister Pro and how everybody's getting sales. I was like, where's my sales? And see, I'm a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have now that 14-month-old twins, and then I got a 5-year-old that's always needs attention, and I take about 2 to 3 hours, and I need like more time to list. My goal is like 10 listings, because like the more you list, the more people buy. So I was like in that mood where I wanted to list a lot, and faster, because it's about time. And then like I seen eLister Pro, and I was like got excited because everybody's seeing results. I was like, okay. So I've been in it for about 2 weeks and everything, and then I was like, okay, so I started, like, all the listings that I had, I started tweaking them to the eLister Pro method. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden I seen these watchers. I was like, okay. And then, like, I got, like, 2 sales and stuff. And then yesterday I sold this product. I was like, wow, I got a sale, and it's, like, not even, like, 8 o'clock in the morning and stuff. I was just waking up, feeding my twins. And then another sale popped up. I'm, like, getting super excited. So I had to tell you all about it. It's like, I mean, like, if you tweak your listings and do it the right way, and I mean, like, the copy protection too, that was just really awesome. I mean, like, it shows live results. It's results. And you said if you can't list it, nobody can buy it. So, and that was in my head, and I just left that in my head. and I said, I'm gonna do this, and then I just started seeing results. As soon as like I started tweaking my listings with the eLister Pro, and I keep doing it every day, and I keep having sales. So I have like 36 watches on this one item, and it's been selling. So, and it's using the eLister Pro. It's like I got like a lot of watches since I mean, it's been 2 weeks. So I've been using it, and then every time I do the eLister Pro and then doing it your way, the eLister Pro way, it's like I see more. It's like a sale the next day. It's like boom. It's like wow. So yeah, it's real results, and I love it.
Okay, all right. You said like more than a mouthful. You said like an entire world full. But let me ask you this quick question: how many sales did you make yesterday?
6. And
6.
it was yes, and it just kept going and stuff, you know. So and it was just awesome, you know, that this item was just selling like hotcakes, you know, because it was just awesome. And then like I actually found like a hot item that, and using the eLister Pro method, and it actually like sold. And then like there was another item that I didn't tell you, that there was 2 items. There was like 6 items that sold. 4 of them was the same item, and the other 2 was the same item. So yeah, it's been like ever since I've been using the eLister Pro method, my watch is rised up. It's been awesome.
That is excellent, and that is totally awesome. Here you went from slow sales in January. Here we are in February. Been using eLister Pro a couple weeks and popped out 6 sales in one day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand. You have to do your due diligence. eLister Pro is not some type of a magical tool. It's not a magical wand. It's not a cure-all, be-all into all of your stress and pain. Remember, we said that eLister Pro would speed up your listing time, and it would also make your listings look more professional. But our users, because of the action that they're taking, because the listing process is not so arduous, it's not so mundane anymore now that they have eLister Pro, well, there's a lot more activity going on in their account. And guess what? eBay gives attention and it gives priority to those that have activity going in their account. So Trisha, let me just ask you one more quick question.
Okay.
Before eLister Pro, approximately how long was it taking you to do a listing? Now, how long is it taking?
So within those 2 to 3 hours and stuff, now it takes me like probably like 20, 30 minutes. I mean, like, because like I have like the 3 kids that stay at home, so the timing, like I used to be like 10 listings a day, well, like all day, but now like within an hour I can do 10 or more, you know. So it's all about the time and when I do it and stuff. It's just faster. I mean, like I put up something and then it's listed, and then I do another one. I mean, like the ESASIN, I mean, that's just awesome. You just list whatever, and it doesn't matter of like, I mean, like you shouldn't have to go and search for like what's the hot item. I mean, anything that sells, because like that's another proof that I have is that I sold this one item, and it was just, I was like, who's gonna buy this? And I put it for the eLister Pro thing, and it just sold. I was like, wow. And I had to brag. I was like, wow, why somebody would buy this, you know? So, I mean, like it's real actual results, and it's awesome because like I'm actually seeing sales.
Excellent, excellent. That
It's
is
like,
totally. Yeah, I was gonna say that is totally awesome, and just to show your level of commitment to your life as well as your business and family, you are, it looks like, in a car on a Google Hangout. Like, man, that is totally awesome. And again, we appreciate you coming out here, sharing your story, sharing your results. Now, if somebody were on the fence about eLister Pro, they heard this and then they heard that, what would you tell them, Trisha, about eLister Pro?
Well, if you're struggling with sales, I mean, like eLister Pros, you have to get it because it's awesome. I mean, like if you're really struggling and you want to make sales and you want to have lots of views and watchers, because watchers are people that want to look at your product and they watch it for a reason, you know. And if you tweak the listing just a little bit, you know, they'll buy, you know. I feel that if all these watchers are buying and all these views, then you're doing something right. And when you list a pro, it's results, because it's just awesome.
Excellent. Well, we thank you for being totally awesome and again sharing your awesome experience. As some of our eLister Pro Facebook community members say, eLister Pro is the only way to go. And the funny thing about it is we're just getting started. So I know the guys probably feeling left out. They're probably like, what? Like, what is Jock doing? He's just going to talk to the ladies this evening? No, fellas, don't worry about it. I got your back. And you know what? Speaking of back, got my main man, and he's actually at work right now. Let me just make sure he can hear me now. Derek, Derek Beck, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, so let me tell y'all a little bit about Derek. Now, Derek is somebody that was already taking action when he got started with us, and then he got eLister Pro, and it seemed like his action and his results started to just magnify and grow exponentially. So much so that this man started jumping out of airplanes at 12,000 feet in the air. I mean, you talk about somebody excited, but anyway, I'm going to calm down because y'all know me. I'll get hyped like Carrie, Mr. Excitement, who's coming up later on this evening. But anyway, let's go ahead and put my main man Derek up. Derek, tell us about your experience with eLister Pro. Before eLister Pro and now that you're using eLister Pro, my man, it's all yours. Also, make sure you slide in about them 4 credit cards, brother. 4 credit cards.
Oh yeah, I got you. I started drop shipping in the beginning of December, and I got into eLister Pro in the beginning of January. And when I started drop shipping, I wasn't seeing many sales because I was putting the items up on my own and trying to figure out keywords to put in. And you would send me a message about eLister Pro, and I tried it out, and next thing you know, I started using it, and I was getting more and more watchers in the beginning of January, and probably about 4 or 5 days after getting eLister Pro, I already made 3 sales. And January's been good for me, and absolutely my biggest part of eLister Pro was actually this weekend. I made about 12 sales, and actually maxed out 4 credit cards because I was selling high dollar items, and it's been pretty good ever since. And even today, right before the hangout, I sold the same item twice in less than an hour and made $100 off the profit. And I just love eLister Pro.
Wow, excellent. So, about how long is it taking you to do your listings? Again, I know you mentioned that you pretty much sell higher ticket items in order to make bigger profits. Now, when you're selling higher ticket items, is it just something that you just go in looking for higher ticket items, or you're looking at a particular niche, or how is it that you're selling these higher ticket items without giving us exactly what it is that you're selling?
Okay, I actually opened an eBay account up about 3 years ago just to buy some Christmas gifts, and ever since then I never used it. And then I just started wanting to sell again after seeing eLister Pro and getting into drop shipping, and they started me off with a 500 item limit and $25,000 max out. And I literally called them on February 15th and got my limits raised to $40,000. So instead of listing smaller items, it would took me forever, but now using easy ASIN. But I figured the bigger items would be bigger profit. It's either go big or go home, and that's just how my mindset was when I was listing these higher ticket items, that I'm going to make more money by listing more expensive stuff.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard Derek. He said go big or go home. Now, he also mentioned something else. He mentioned easy ASIN. Derek, if you could just tell our audience real briefly, what exactly does easy ASIN do? Like, it sounds like some type of cryptic product or a code, easy ASIN. Like, what does it do?
Okay, if I go on to Amazon and I have a full page of items I'm particularly looking at, say for instance, shoes. I mean, I'm not saying list shoes, but I can click the easy ASIN shortcut, and it'll pull every single ASIN number up on that page within seconds, and then I can go right back to eLister Pro and list. I can list, right now I'm listing 12 to 15 items per hour. And a tip that I do, I list for, I create my listings for 3 hours. So say, for instance, I can get 45 items in 3 hours, then I'll turn around and go on to eBay and take off.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up on us.
Oh, sorry. I had what was I? I was at say 45 items in 3 hours, and then I go on to eBay and I take 30 minutes and put them all up within 30 minutes. Basically, that's how easy ASIN is for me.
Wow.
I can spend 3.5 to 4 hours a day, and I can max out within a week.
Okay, excellent. Now, I could be wrong, but it looks like you're at work, maybe in the kitchen or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you're on the Google Hangout?
We making pizzas.
I love it.
We making pizzas, and I'm jumping out of airplanes when I'm doing, and I mean, I'm just loving life now. So.
All right, so man, we appreciate you coming out again. Know that you're at work, making pieces, jumping out of airplanes, 12,500 feet in the air. You know, even when it's cold, using easy ASIN, making higher ticket sales. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is that you want. But one thing I will tell you is that with our community that we have here with eLister Pro, we are willing to help one another out. E-commerce, dropshipping, eBay, Amazon. I don't know if it's the way for you, but I'll tell you something else. You won't know if it's the way if you don't try it and if you don't stick with it. People are experiencing life-changing results. There's no telling what Derek is going to be doing here in a couple months. He may own a piece of place. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, I actually work 2 full-time jobs, and I'm a full-time skydiving student, so I can manage to make this happen, and so can everybody else.
Excellent. So go big, go home, no excuses. You heard it from the man. All right, so next up, let's see here. Let's talk to one of our other gentlemen on the panelists. We're going to go out to, I believe that's Houston, Texas. Is that also Houston, Bruce? Uh-oh, you got to unmute yourself, Bruce.
I got you.
Okay. All right, you're in Houston, right?
In the Dallas area.
Okay, all right, so Dallas area. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this rock star that just popped up on the eLister Pro Hangout tonight, this is Bruce McElhaney. You see he has a big fat check in the background from the UOP. Bruce is making things happen on a number of different levels. Bruce, I want you to share with our listeners how you were feeling about eBay before eLister Pro, and then share with our listeners how you feel now. If you could do that for me, Bruce, I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
I'll do it. Well, I started in drop shipping and e-commerce January 28th of 2014, and it definitely was an experience, to say the least. I knew nothing about eBay other than I had an empty account that I really hadn't done anything with other than maybe look around a little bit on there, and I had never bought or sold on eBay. It was just an empty shell. So I totally green, and when I finally, listened to some training and such, and started my e-commerce career online, I really wasn't looking for really to get into e-commerce, to say the least, because I already own a conventional business that has grown from zero to a little over $250,000 in 3 years, and a lot of that's just face-to-face, door-to-door type sales. I own a snack food distribution company, and so I was building that business and going along, and and all of a sudden, e-commerce came into my path, which has been a godsend. But at the same time, my time is very, very limited, and I have to condense a lot into a little bit of time. And so I try to work it in very dedicated blocks of time. And back then, with basically listing on eBay, it was taking me 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just to research and find items and, actually putting them up in the listings and stuff. And they were rusty at best. I mean, some of the pictures were funky. There was some crazy old stuff on there. And I look back at the original of I still have some of the pictures. If you want to know where you come from, just look back at some stuff that you did in the very beginning. And some of it's pretty comical. anyway, some of them were like off color and all kinds of craziness. And so I was trying different tools, tweaking here, tweaking there, trying to do different things, and it, yeah, I just didn't seem to be getting the results. And I started, eBay originally started as an auction site, and some of you may or may not know that, but so I started, working with eBay auctions and trying to drive traffic to my other listings, and which I did some training at the ELP event in Atlanta, in your city, a few weeks ago, and that and auctions work, and they're great. But I was still, grinding along, and I kind of lost my fire, I guess, for eBay, just because my time is so limited, and and family, and I also do a lot of volunteer work with veterans, and so like I said, there's only so much you can fit into a 24-hour day, and still try to have a life and those types of things. So I kind of slid away from it for a while, and then obviously you introduced me to eLister Pro, and I thought, I'll look at it. I'm always open to different things and tools and methodologies and such. And as soon as I thought, $1, yeah, big deal. We all, I mean, that bottle of water at a convenience store is $1.49 or $2 or whatever. So I thought, what the heck, and so as soon as I plugged in there, it was like I just almost was like a giggling kid, at Christmas time. I mean, it was like I started working with it, and I've had it since I think it was last Tuesday night, if I remember right, but I've only had like 3 between my other work schedule, my e-commerce business, my veterans activities, and actually had the fun and the distinct honor to go down, and you'll hear from Nikki in a little while, but to go down to Nikki and Parrish's over the weekend in Houston, that's 8 hours round trip, so it's been very limited. I only had about 3 half days, and probably 3-4 hours a day for 3 days. And I threw up about 70 listings so far on eBay in 3 different blocks of time. And what I do with that is just simply, when I sit down to list, I use Easy ASIN as well, and so I scrape it, get ready to go, and I just make sure that I'm listing one after another after another after another, and the rest is history. I mean, the views have gone up dramatically. The watchers have gone up dramatically. I look at my account now compared to what it was when I started with the eLister Pro, and I mean, the activity level has just gone, like you said, the more you have up, the more activity and traffic you're going to get. Picture a large, chain store, whatever store you want to call it, and if you walked in the door and you only had let's say 5 items in that large chain store, if you don't need a red shirt and a blue pair of shoes and something else they have, you're probably not going to go back very quickly. But if you go in there and that place is wall to wall, products from top to bottom, wall to wall, not only are you going to spend more, but you're also going to come back time and again, and that's what it is that you bring those customers back to your listings in addition to getting them there, but you bring them back over and over as well.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So definitely appreciate you sharing that with us, Bruce. So let me just ask you a quick question. What is your favorite feature of eLister Pro so far? Even though you've only been using it a short amount of time, what would you say is your favorite feature?
It's great. In my opinion, it's a total package. I mean, it makes the Easy ASIN makes the research so fast, and you can really research or scrape an entire page on Amazon, or if you want to go in and be more microscopic and research individual items on there, and then pull the ASIN and put it into a Word doc or whatever, and that's what I do. I mean, I got pages of them now already. I know all I'm going to do is grab the next one, copy it, slap it into pull the info, and I'm ready to rock for the next one. So it just makes my time so much more effective. So I guess the whole package works together. I don't know if I could pick one or the other, but together they're powerful.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, give eLister Pro a number. 1 being eLister Pro, 10 being eLister Pro is quite nice.
12. 12.
Okay, 12. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Bruce McElhaney said on a scale of 1 to 10, eLister Pro is a 12. It's a 12, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nice dozen. It's nice. Bruce, we appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you coming out. You know, we know that you're a well-respected individual in the community as well as the UOP, online, e-commerce, and again, definitely just keep sharing your results with us. We love you, brother, and can't wait till the next time we see you, which is probably going to be in Chicago, but if we see each other before then, it's nothing but brotherly love. All right, appreciate you there, bro.
Hey, Jock, one last thing, okay?
Okay, all right, go ahead.
And I told you this in private, but I forgot to mention it, okay? Even though I was, on eBay, I was just kind of creeping along, okay? When you see me in Chicago, ask me how many listings I have up, because you know this already. I forgot to even mention it, but I have it right here in front of me, and I have a goal to list 1,000 listings by Chicago. If you break that down between now and then, that's only 12 a day, okay? And that's, in probably the 3 hours that I have, I mean, that's nothing. If you do it every single day. Now, if you don't do it every day, obviously it's going to stack up, and, so I sit down, I'm dedicated, and I had very little time today. I'll stay up tonight until those are done before I go to bed.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Again, appreciate you sharing that with our viewers. He set a goal. He's made the intention. He's written it down. He's dedicated to it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the bottom line. Again, eLister Pro is not a magical wand that's going to all of a sudden make you start getting more eBay sales. You have to still put in the work. We've just actually streamlined the process in an effort to help you to compress time. So if you can be more productive in your time, then hey, you got all this additional time that you can do whatever you want to do with it and still be able to make your sales on eBay. So again, compress time, get results.
Thanks,
all right, so okay. So let's go to Miss Cali Friend. Now Cali, think about it, Cali, Southern California, last name is Friend. She has to be nice. She just has to be nice. But I'm going to tell you, Cali is not a newbie. She's not a rookie on eBay. She's been on eBay for years, but like many of you that may be watching this particular hangout, she has a family, she has kids, she has other responsibilities. So eLister Pro played a special role in her life, or in her eBay business, I should say, which correlates with her life, but I'll let her tell the story. Ms. Cali, come out and share with our viewers, what has been your experience here since actually starting with eLister Pro and using the product suite that we have.
Tremendous increase in sales and just all around. In fact, I just recently took my store completely down and redid it, and now I'm seeing a huge increase all around. My story goes back, I've been with eBay for over 10 years. I do run 2 stores, one of which I create my own product. And creating your own product isn't easy, especially when you have to list it on eBay. It can be very tedious and it can be time-consuming. But since I've gotten eLister Pro, that has changed because I can go in and use the blank listing and be able to list those products now and make them look very professional and very nice looking. And my customers have commented numerous times how much they really like the new store. Yeah, I just went blank.
That's fine. So let me ask you this question then. What was life like before eLister Pro?
Chaotic, honestly. I could only list a couple of products a day on eBay because it would take me, because of the speciality that I do with my products, it could take me 2 to 3 hours. Max was 2 hours, but there were times where it take me 2 hours to get a listing up. Now that's creating the product, taking the picture, creating the listing, and then getting it up. So there's more of a process to it. eLister Pro took that process down to less than 5 minutes. So I've gone from 2 hours to 5 minutes. Think how much productivity I've gotten done since that. Now, like you said, I have 2 kids, very active. My son's in soccer, my daughter's Girl Scouts. I'm going to be the Girl Scout leader for her troop next year, so my life is extremely busy. Fortunately, I am home, so I do have time to do that, but you know, eLister Pro has taken all of that extra time that I have been spending with that on eBay and has knocked it down to where I only need to be on there for an hour. So it's opened up my life to be able to do all these extra things that I've wanted to do for so long. And eLister Pro is a godsend, to be honest with you. If you're on the fence, get off of it. Go get it. Give it a try. You will not believe the results that you will get from it, because it does help you so tremendously. And what I love about it is it's so easy to use. It's not complicated by any means. And I think that's what people get really confused with, because eBay is very confusing sometimes on their screens. eLister Pro has taken that hardness and made it so easy and simple to just get on there, list it, and go. Copy paste, that's all it is. A few tweaks here and there. You know, if you're drop shipping, you can't get any better program than this. And I have looked around, and I have yet to find a program as good as this one, to be honest with you.
Ah, wow. Definitely thank you for sharing that. So you went from 2 hours to 5 minutes, and then you said something that is really important, because, see, I think this is something that people out there in the industry are missing. You said that you still copy and paste, so you're telling me that this is not a bulk lister? It doesn't go out and just grab all the stuff, throw it up for you, and throw up a couple of hundred listings in 5 minutes and then get your account shut down? You know, that's not what eLister Pro is?
Not at all. It is not an auto lister, and that's one of the myths that is going around. It is not an auto lister. It is a copy and paste program that is simple to use. You cannot get any simpler than this program, to be honest with you. Honestly, my son gets on my computer and he'll see it and he'll go, "Mom, I can do this," you know, and he's 8 years old. So if an 8-year-old can do this, you can do this, you know. And we're encouraging him now. He would like to open up his own eBay store, and I don't know that I can because he's so young. I may have to open it up under him, but he's excited about it. So, you know, there you go. You can't get any better than that, you know. I cannot say anything bad about this program ever, and I won't. That's how good of a program that is. You don't have to be a drop shipper to use this program. You could be an eBay seller doing your own products, or just, you know, putting things up that you want to sell, that you want to get rid of out of your house. You know, you want to clear your house out. It's got the blank template. It's super easy to use. You can do it, you know. Excellent. I love it.
So let me ask you one more question really quick. We have a Facebook group of nearly 1,100 members.
Yes.
What would you say about the value that that Facebook group brings to anybody that's looking to be progressive and get results on eBay?
You get access to us, who are the experienced ones, to get that training that you really need. Like I said, I've been on eBay for 10 years. I'm not a novice. If you need the help, come ask. I'm here. I'm available. I'm more than happy to help anybody out that needs it. I answer questions for people all the time. That's part of what I do. We're here for you. And I think that there's a lot of places that can't say that. You know, there's what people also don't realize is there's also additional training available to you. There's Dropship Mogul, and I'm going to keep it simple on that one. The training on there is phenomenal. I am so excited to get back on there and get more training done, because the information that you learn from that alone will take your eBay business through the roof. I'm telling you right now, the training is phenomenal, and if you think that you're just going to go and buy this program and get left in the dark, you are wrong. There is training out there. We're here to help you. Please get this program if you really want to try it out. We've got the special going on. There's no no's for you right now. There's nothing that says that you can't go and do this tonight at all.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing, Cali. And again, one of the things that I want our viewers, I want our listeners to appreciate is that these are real people that really, really work on eBay, and they're really, really getting results. We got individuals that are at their jobs on this Hangout making pieces. We got people hanging out in their cars. I'm actually here hanging out in my son's room. Everybody else, you know, they're in their home offices. You know, again, we're real people that work all over the place. I want to say work from home, but, you know, man, we got people working their own business on the job. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, they're running things on the job. And then we got people working in the car. So, again, real people, real results. eLister Pro, only way to go. You can at least try it out and see if it's for you. So we're going to jump back to Atlanta. ATL in the building. We see a guy. They call, well, better yet, let me talk about his last name. His last name is White, just like the color, W-H-I-T-E. So I don't know who started calling him this, but somebody called him the White Boy, and now he calls himself the White Boy. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to let Charles White, a.k.a. the White Boy, come out and share his experience with eLister Pro. Charles, tell our viewers anything that you want to tell them about eLister Pro, because you're not a paid spokesperson, are you, brother?
Sure not, Jock. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Great, great. Yeah, my experience with eLister Pro has been awesome.
Come on, man. We need some energy, man. Come on. We need some energy, bro. Wake up.
No, but really, eLister Pro is definitely the way to go. I just recently got a sale yesterday, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's definitely it's a great product. I've been listing like crazy, anywhere between 10 to 15 items a day. Been getting sales. Just recently, yesterday, I helped my daughter set up her own eBay account, and she had the opportunity to use the software, and she was like, "Man, Daddy, this easy?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's this easy," you know. So she's actually enjoying the software as well. So I mean, I have just tons of information to talk about with eLister Pro.
Excellent. So, give our viewers an idea of the time frame before eLister Pro and now that you're using eLister Pro to actually get your listings up and even do your research. Just give our viewers, you know, a first-hand account from your experience.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, Jock, it usually took me about 30 minutes to do a listing. So now I've pretty much cut that down to where I can do a listing in about 5 minutes.
Excellent. And I think last time you said that you even do listings on the go now. Can you share that with our viewers?
Okay. So, you know, me and my wife, you know, we ride together in the morning in the car. So while she's driving and we're dropping off the kids, what have you, and, you know, running some errands, what have you, I'm able to actually list while I'm in the car. So this software, I mean, it's just amazing. I'm able to do at least 4 to 10 items just listing in the car via my laptop. And I wasn't able to do that before because it would actually, you know, take me longer for that whole process. So I'm just excited, John, because I've never seen nothing like this. And yesterday I had my biggest sale. I've actually sold this item twice using eLister Pro. The first time I sold it for $1,285. I sold it yesterday for $1,400, $300 profit using eLister Pro.
Whoa. How many dollar profit?
That's $300 profit, Doc. I actually raised the price via your training in Dropship Mogul. If you guys don't have it, you need to get it. We ain't gonna talk about that though. We can talk about that. Okay. But yeah, $300 profit.
Wow, man! Congratulations on that. Definitely, you know, man, want to give you a huge congrats on that. You know, I know you've been doing the drop ship, the eBay thing for a little bit over a year, and you know, I know you're doing some things on Amazon too, just making it happen all the way around for yourself and your family. So definitely, you know, man, a huge shout out. Congratulations. So let's see now. You know what? We're gonna keep things here in Atlanta because I just seen this other young lady here in Atlanta pop back on. This is Miss Amber Holyfield, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a little bit about Amber. And again, I'm just going to tell you a little bit. Amber Holyfield. If you don't recognize the name Holyfield, let me just say this is the queen of knockout marketing. The queen. But anyway, we're going to bring Amber Holyfield up. And Amber, we just want you to share with us what has been your experience with eLister Pro, because I tell you, every time I look on Facebook, I see you putting another screenshot up with a sale. So Amber, go ahead and tell our viewers about your experience with eLister Pro. What is it doing for you?
Hey, Jock. Well, I had one account on eBay, excuse me, and it got shut down. So I was really discouraged, needless to say. And then I actually started up a new account, and with a few goals to, make sure it didn't get shut down this time. And I was listening, and I was seeing some results, and I said, let me get this eLister Pro, because if Jock has something to do with it, I'm going to get it. So I went ahead and started doing all my listings with eLister Pro, and first of all, I got a lot more watchers, a lot more views. I was able to get up items a lot faster than I was before. Now I'm kind of meticulous about keywords and spinning descriptions and stuff like that. So it still kind of takes me a little time to do a listing, but not as long as it used to. And I mean, I'm consistently making sales now. It's so exciting. Like I probably, I'm waiting to do like 10, 15, 20 sales a day, but now I probably make 4, 5, or 6 sales a day. Actually, when I had my profile picture up, I was actually filling some orders of some sales that I had Hangout. So woo! That's always exciting.
Excellent, excellent. So, versus talk about the time frame. What are some of the features that you like as far as eLister Pro? We know that eLister Pro speeds up the listing process, for those that obviously use it. And you said that you were meticulous, so you were taking a long time, now it's taking less time. So let's talk about features. Help our listeners and our viewers appreciate some of the features that you personally enjoy inside of eLister Pro.
Well, I enjoy the fact that my listings look a lot more professional and a lot more put together. So I can really appreciate that. I really, really love the copy protection. It just makes me feel better. And I love the fact that you have a little part in there where you can put all the keywords, and you can sit there and put even more keywords and all the keywords. And I mean, I like everything about it. I mean, I love the shipping time, how you can do a short shipping label, or you can do a long one. I mean, you guys really did good with this one, Doc.
All right, appreciate it. And if somebody were on the fence about eLister Pro, say they heard one thing and then they heard another, what would you tell that person to do as far as eLister Pro is concerned? If they were on the fence about purchasing it or trying it out, what would you say to them, Amber?
Well, first of all, right now, there's a trial for $1, so you can't really beat that. And then second of all, I would say if you're really serious about your business, that means you are willing to invest in your business, and it can only help you scale up. So if you want to make more money, then just go ahead and make to yourself, really, into your business. I would say just do it. Fall off the fence and get eLister Pro on the way down, and then get back up running.
Excellent analogy. Again, that was Amber Holyfield, ladies and gentlemen, the queen of knockout marketing, saying that she's making 4 to 5 sales, on average daily on eBay. Again, your results may vary. We cannot promise you any type of results. The only 2 things we said are what? We're going to help you speed up the listing time. We're going to help you to make your listings look more professional. As a result of taking more action, guess what's going to happen in your eBay account? There's going to be a lot more activity. So we're going to go up to New York. I know it's cold up there in New York, the East Coast. But guess what? There's a gentleman that resides there that's all about excitement, about 2.5 weeks ago. He was here in Atlanta. I had the opportunity to get on the stage with this guy. And when I tell you, this guy's electrifying. He's exciting. I'm not joking, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carrie, Mr. Excitement, Bronx, New York. Come on out and just share with our audience, Carrie, what you know and what you've been seeing with regards to eLister Pro. Carrie, take us away, because you don't really need an introduction, but you know, I'm just saying. Go ahead and unmute your mic, bro, so we can hear you loud and clear. Oh, man, I still can't hear you, brother. I still can't hear you. Unmute yourself. Oh, there he is. There he is. Woo!
Right there, baby.
Turn up. Turn up.
Turn down for what? Woo! eLister Pro, baby. We turn up, baby. Oh man, let me tell you, guys. Woo!
I told you I was bringing out the All-Star tonight. I told you, but go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead.
Man, let me tell you, man, eLister Pro, man. Let me tell you, my journey inside of my drop shipping business when I got started back in September. All excited. My first time really selling on eBay. I found out about eBay. I knew about eBay back in the day from my mom before I even knew what drop shipping was. Mom was selling some stuff. You got me on center stage? Hold on. There we go. Getting feedback. Mom was selling some stuff out the house, and she said, "Man, look." She said, "Look, son, I made some money. I made some money on eBay. I made like $500 selling some stuff around the house." I'm like, "Oh, that's good for you, Mom. That's good for you." So here we come, September 2013. I get involved in eBay. 25 plus years later, it takes me to wake up and figure out there's money to be made on eBay. Now, me and Mom tried to drop ship or tried to source or whatever. We had no idea what we were doing. Nobody would give up the secrets, okay? So now I'm finally in. I'm drop shipping. eBay, I'm listing up items, and it's taking me forever because I have to do the research. So I said, you know what? I got my lovely wife with me. So we started to tag team. So I kind of hoodwinked her. I told her to do the research, and I put it up. That's it. You do the research, and I put it up. So that worked out for like maybe about 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, and then that was it. It was completely. So honestly, when eLister Pro came back in the scene, because I made a little bit of money, but I'm a husband. I got 2 kids. I work full time. Okay, I'm also running some other businesses on the side. So when I get home, to do that research, that was too much. And then putting it up, and I try to make it look pretty before eLister Pro. Oh yeah. I went in there and I changed the font. Oh, let me change the font to like italics and stuff like that. And let me make this bold over here and underline this. I tried to make it pretty. It wasn't looking too cute. So with eLister Pro, my life has just totally changed because honestly, I put eBay, before I got into eLister Pro, I put eBay back on the shelf. So if you didn't come to me, Jacques, with eLister Pro, I really wasn't unboxing eBay again because it was just too time consuming. And I'm just like, you know what? I got no time to try to sit there with that. I mean, other people they're home, they don't got nothing to do, and they can list all day. That's fine. But for me, full-time job, wife, 2 kids, and a business on the side? No. I need to make sure that my time was back with me. And now thanks to, Dropship Mogul, we're not going to talk about Dropship Mogul, the mindset alone, okay, from Dropship Mogul and following that, that type of thinking that I never thought before, now with eLister Pro, Adams is like, going up like crazy. But the whole thing was, I was always scared of, well, what if somebody comes over and tries to piggyback on my listing? Wait a minute. What's going to happen there? But eLister Pro solved that with that copy protect. That copy protection feature, which stops people from copying your description or trying to source your description by trying to figure out the words and stuff. They can't do it. That feature alone, I've been telling everybody that I can get my hands on or get my voice to, that you really need to utilize eLister, get this eLister Pro, you know, for the safety, at least for the safety of your eBay account, you need to have eLister Pro. There's no way you can go up, you know, if you want to go out there into the 6 million eBay sellers and not have your flat jacket on, not have your bulletproof vest on. That's what it is. Now, you know, does a bulletproof vest stop every bullet? No. But you know what? If somebody comes up to my listing and they try to copy it and they don't copy it, they're gonna move on down to the next listing. It's just like that. It's just like that ADT. You know, when you see you go up to a house and it says ADT or it says beware of dog, and you know the person don't got no dog. They just put the beware of dog sign up there. That's what it is. So when they get to our listings on eLister Pro and we have the copy protection feature turned on, it's like beware of dog. Wait a minute, I can't copy this. Let me go over to somebody else that don't got that got the door open, the keys in the ignition, and go over there and take their stuff. Nobody's taking nothing over here from me. Nobody's taking nothing from Mr. Excitement. So my next favorite feature, because I know you're about to ask, okay? And I know we're running short on time, but my next favorite feature is that easy ASIN. Now, when I tried to say that a few weeks ago, I almost bit my tongue off. Okay, you can't say that 3 times fast. So I had to slow it down, and I finally got the hang of it. So the easy ASIN is one of my favorite features, next to the copy protect, next to how pretty everything looks and everything like that, and the speed and implementation of putting up a listing. The customization that you can do. You can pick from multiple different templates, and even when you're inside the template, you can edit the colors and everything in there. So it's not cookie cutter to where everybody's looking the same. Okay? If you want blue curtains on this side and pink curtains on the other side, you can have it like that. Okay? If you want the bathroom in the front of the house and the kitchen in the west wing of the house, you can have it like that. It's fully customizable. But easy ASIN, being able to grab niches of one category and put up 5. One of the people I shared it with, she put up like 10 baby beds. 10 like that, 10 baby beds. And then she moved over to those things where not the folding table, but the prep table for the baby. So she's going into like a semi-niche of babies. I mean, you couldn't do that before because everything is right there. The calculator is right there. Okay? The tax thing is right there. You can calculate your taxes. The pictures that you need is pulled in from Amazon. Is right there. All your ASIN numbers, if you're using easy ASIN, it's all right there. Guys, it's like ragu. It's in there. So for $1, why would you not test it out for 7 days? Test drive it for 7 days. Test drive the Maserati for 7 days. This is the Maserati of listing on eBay. Whether you're a drop shipper, whether you own a store, whatever it is, if you're doing anything on eBay, you really need this tool. And I'm not a CPA, I'm not H&R Block, get your billions back, but all I know is this is a business expense for me because it's a tool that I'm paying for monthly, and it's going to go into the deduction category for 2015's taxes. Hello, somebody. Back to you, Jacques. Turned up for what, baby? Turned up for what?
Hey, if y'all didn't see that, if y'all didn't understand that, that was Carrie. Mr. Excitement, Bronx, New York. He broke it down feature by feature and let you know that it's in there. It's the ragu, baby. It's in there. It's a business expense that's going to save you time. Carrie, we definitely appreciate you coming out. You know you're busy up there, man. I'm surprised you're not even outside shoveling snow or something like that, but hey, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, Mr. Excitement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, next on our panel is the one and only Houston, Texas' finest, Miss Nikki, FBA Ninja. But you know what? We're not even going to talk about the ninja stuff. We're going to talk about how fast she is chopping down listings on eBay. Nikki, let me give you the big screen. Hello. So, Nikki, tell us a little bit about your experience on eBay before eLister Pro, and then just drop the bomb on us because you shared your experience with me, and I was just like, you sure you listen that fast? Are you sure you sure? Are you sure you sure? And you was just like, yes. So go ahead, Nikki.
Well, I hate to say that I procrastinated a little bit, and even signing up for eLister Pro, but I did, add it to my track record. But I took it and ran with it. I wanted to make sure that I had enough time, to thoroughly go through it. And then when I actually signed up and I got it, Jock, I mean, you already know because I sent you a message like immediately. I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is craziness. I've been listing for well over a year now, okay? And when I say listing, I've been listing a lot, okay? To the point where even before eLister Pro, I was pretty quick at knocking listings out, only because I had, pretty large limits on eBay. And anybody who lists over and over again, that's a repetitive process. It's really mundane. It's kind of boring. And I mean, it's really easy to lose your motivation to continue to list. So, I mean, I always sit down with intentions of listing. Okay, I'm going to list and fill up my account right now. And I literally get through like 5 to 10 listings and I'm just like, oh, this is boring. This moving from one screen to the next screen to this to that, it's a pain in the behind. I don't really care for it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it has to be done to get to your goals, I tell you what, putting that ASIN number in eLister Pro and having all of that stuff populate like that, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? When I sat there and went through the process the very first time, Jock, I stared at the screen and was like, it can't be that easy. It really can't be that easy. And I even, I cleared the screen out. I closed it out, I relogged, logged back in and everything, and I was like, I'm going to do this one more time because there's really no way that this was that easy. And I put it back in there, I'm all for the HTML code, popped that booger over there, and I was like, this looks pretty good. And I didn't have to do anything spectacular. All I did was literally move the ASIN number over to eLister Pro. I mean, it's literally that easy. And, the popping in the keywords, the title, all that stuff. I mean, I went through all of my listings and I have multiple accounts. I went through all of my listings. I redid them all. And the good thing about that is I literally went through well over about 300 listings in a matter of a day. It took me about a day and a half, and that's just because I was doing other stuff. But I went through every single listing. I stopped them and I restarted them back up, but I did them under eLister Pro because it just looks that much more professional. And I mean, I went from doing listings, it maybe took me about 2 to 3 minutes beforehand, and it's now I can pop these things out consistently in about a minute, and you can't beat that when you're sitting there watching TV or sitting down listening to music and just popping listings out. Before you know it, your account's filled and you get that little red notice from eBay talking about you reached your limits or whatever, call for an increase or something like that. Right. And I mean, and before, like I said, it would take forever to get to that point. So I mean, this was one of those programs that, I mean, if you're looking for something to spice up your eBay life, I mean, don't look any further. eLister Pro is right at it. And then, to go a step further, if you've got one of those eBay accounts that's got you can list everything under the sun, like Jock has on his, I can list 1 million items of mine and whatnot. That easy ass come on now. really, look, I don't even have nothing to say on that. You know, literally taking the entire screen of ASINs and just moving them right over, it does not get any better than that. It really does not. One of my most favorite features that I like about it, Jock, is you know, on the detail screen where you have all of your listings out there, how you can actually click that and it'll take you back to the listing, or you can actually go straight to the Amazon piece. Like when you're ready to order it, that's killer. You know, that's killer. If you just happen to, you know, forget to put the URL down or you can't find it again, and you go to eLister Pro and all of your items are right there, I mean, that's like second to none. And somebody else on the panel had mentioned before about, you know, it's not just needed for drop shipping. You know, you can use it for your own items. And we do a lot of merchant fulfilled type items from here at our house. You know, we've got items in our, oh goodness, we got them all over the place. But we mail from our house a large majority of our eBay items. You know, we do a lot of auctions and personal items and stuff like that. And the ability to go out there and create just a blank listing, come on, come on, you know. And then, like, I think it was like Amber talking about how, you know, the copyright piece of it, how you can't, you know, it keeps people from copying your listings. I hit that firsthand too, because I called myself, you know, trying to cheat on my keyword piece, and I was going to copy the keywords from one listing onto a similar listing, and I'm sitting there trying to copy, and I was like, what's going on? It won't let me do it. So I can tell you that works, because it sure wouldn't let me copy. You know, but I mean, ultimately, I'm thrilled with the program. You know, I've been listing on eBay for well over a year now. I mean, listed so many different items. The viewers that we get on our items almost instantly now. I mean, we do a lot of the, you know, let people give us like their best offers and whatnot. And I mean, the stuff that started to come through on items that have been stagnant for quite some time, I mean, there's a noticeable difference. So, I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it.
Excellent. And would you recommend eLister Pro to people that may be on the fence about eLister Pro because of things that they've heard? Not obviously because of something they've experienced, but because of what they've heard. Would you recommend eLister Pro to individuals?
You know, I don't care what you heard out there. You know, at the end of the day, I'm one of those people who, you know, I don't really listen to, you know, gossip or any of the rest of that nonsense. I like to make informed decisions on my own. And I always tell people to do their own research, you know, and if you've got this $1, you know, try it out for $1. Come on, you know, try it out before you start listening to anything else that other people have to say that haven't used the program, you know. So, I mean, it's anybody that uses it, I can't honestly, I don't know how you could not like it if you used it. And I'm one of those people that, and I'm telling you honestly, and I told you before, Jock, I was one of those people that kind of sat back and was like, okay, yeah, you know, I'll get to it eventually. But then I was like, no, there's no way that the shirt and tie guy is going to release anything subpar. So let me go out there and quit procrastinating and just jump on it. And I did. And like I said, I was totally impressed. I mean, that I was just speechless to the point where, like I said, I sat there and just looked at my screen like, this cannot be this easy. It really can't. It actually renewed my love for Amazon again, you know, like drop shipping from Amazon, because I had kind of gotten away from it. Only because, you know, you get tired of going back and forth and all that stuff. But this made it so easy just to get stuff out, you know. I thoroughly enjoy the fact that it literally pulls over everything that you need, and you really don't have to do that much modifying to the listing to get your items, you know, posted. So I mean, the sheer fact that you can drop listings out there so quick is, like I said, it's second to none. So thank you for that.
Excellent, and we definitely appreciate you. Now let me ask you this final question. Even though you're quick on your listings, can you see yourself going back to the old way of listing now that you've been introduced to eLister Pro?
No. No, that'd be like asking somebody, okay, well, now that you got a car, do you want to walk, you know, 20 miles to, you know, to the store or something like that with all these bags on your back? No. You know, we get tools in our lives. We get things in our lives, both home, business, whatever, that are going to improve and speed up our lives and our way of living and our way of doing things. You know, we don't go backwards. Life is about progressing and moving forward. So why are you going to go back to the Stone Ages, you know, when you could be, you know, pushing it forward and forward and forward? So, I mean, no, there's no way. There's no way.
All right, so again, we definitely appreciate you, Nikki. We appreciate everybody on the panel. You know, we went over a few minutes this evening, but again, I wanted to bring out some more individuals, you know, in the eLister Pro community so that way they could share their results. They could share their experience. Again, they were not paid. You know, they were not coerced or given any type of proposition. The bottom line is these individuals are using eLister Pro. They're getting results, and they wanted they wanted to share their experience with you. Now, here's what I want to say. As one of the eLister Pro owners, eLister Pro is good. Some people may even say it's great right now. But let me just tell you, right now, behind the scenes, as we speak, there are very significant improvements being made to eLister Pro. eLister Pro, ladies and gentlemen, it is the future, and the future is now. Again, I want to thank my panel. I want to thank all the viewers. If you're watching this live or if you're watching a recording, again, you can contact anybody on the panel. It doesn't make any difference. Contact them, ask them questions, or you can simply go to elisterpro.com. You know who I am, but in case you don't, I'm going to remind you. I am Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.